I'm not sure if my camera is completely dark or not. I'm gonna quickly do a quick test. It looks completely dark, but I'm gonna quickly go on my channel and see if it's completely dark. Let me know in the. It's not. Okay, no, it's not. Well, I cannot see my face currently, but Russell Wilson is gone, everybody. Hallelujah. The nightmare is over. Russell Wilson is gone. Hallelujah, everybody. He's gone. I mean, can we just quickly say that the NFC this year is literally going to be so bad? Like, I don't. So we're gonna break down the Russell Wilson thing and everything, and we're gonna break down the Aaron Rodgers. Um, hold on. We're going to break down the Aaron Rodgers news as well, that he re-signed with the Packers. By the way, I'm in a different background. As you can see, I still currently cannot see myself. So this is going to be an interesting stream. But I mean, Aaron Rodgers. Let's start with Aaron Rodgers news first, because I think we've got to get to this. Very interesting. I think, I either expected him to stay with the Packers or to retire. I think that was his big decision. I think it makes sense because I don't think, at the end of the day, I don't think he wanted to move. I don't think he wanted to uproot his life and go to another place. So I really don't think he didn't wanted to do that. So I think he honestly said either it's going to be retirement or it's going to be returning to the Packers. And he returned to the Packers. Now, an interesting thing is, I don't care if Aaron Rodgers is for the Packers next year. I really do not care. Because the thing is the 49ers beat them every year. They never consistently can get it done. They're also losing a ton of free agents. They're expected to franchise tag Devontae Adams, but they're still expected to lose like Russell Douglas, Za'Darius Smith, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Like, they're gonna lose a ton of they're gonna lose a bunch of what is it, free agents. So I do not expect this team to be that good anyways. But again, he needs to win a ring. I even though I did expect retirement, I definitely understand it from the standpoint of Aaron Rodgers. He knows that the Packers will give him a chance every year to win a ring, and he can't go out with just one ring. So that's why I think he's going to try to make something happen. He's going to try to win a ring with the Packers, which I don't think would have been the best destination. But where else would have he went? I mean, the Broncos maybe, 49ers, but they couldn't really afford him. So that's good for me. And again, 49ers probably going to stick with Trey Lance, which I'm excited about. I wanted Trey Lance to start all along. I was very excited when this news came out. But let's talk about the Russell Wilson news. Again, guys, I just got out of school. I have to go to track practice in like maybe 20 minutes. So I need to hurry this up a little bit. But let's talk about the Russell Wilson news going to the Denver Broncos. This man is now going to be, I mean, the Broncos sent, I believe, 2 first-round picks. Two first-round picks, Noah Fant, Drew Lock, this edge rusher that they had that was pretty good. I can quickly, let me see here. Uh, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, the edge rusher. Shelby Harris, two first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, Noah Fant, Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, and a 5th-round pick in exchange for Russell Wilson and a 4th-round pick, I think, this year. I haven't really found out any of the details of which years the picks are, but big move. I assume the Broncos would give the Seahawks their 9th pick this year, which is also really big for the Broncos. Ben V says, Rodgers doesn't care about winning Super Bowls. He's all about the money. Yeah, and he got extended. I mean, that's another thing that I left out. 4 years, $200 million. He is the highest paid quarterback. 150 of those dollars are guaranteed. So no, I do not think he cares about winning Super Bowls. To him, it's just like, stay in my hometown, get loads of money, and explode. And the thing that I'm afraid with is now with all the quarterbacks resetting the market, what is Trey Lance going to get if he breaks out and becomes a top 5 quarterback? He's going to get 45, 50 million too. So I'm scared for that day, but at least we have a few more years. Russell Wilson, though. Let me break down this trade. I think the Seahawks, one thing that I get from, and this is the title of the show, I think they are going to get Malik Willis, the Seahawks. I really strongly believe that's why they got the 9th pick. Again, they didn't have a first-round pick before this because of the Jamal Adams trade. I think they're getting Malik Willis. I mean, this is my theory. Pete Carroll was at the combine and the trade wasn't finalized. I'm guaranteeing you that they were listening to offers. They were probably about to finalize it with the Broncos. And it was perfect timing because they're like, okay, the combine is in a few days. Let's just see if we really want this guy. Pete Carroll goes to the combine. He sees, Malik Willis had a great combine. His throwing was absolutely incredible, was dropping dimes. He was dropping 50-yard bombs just down the field, diming it to receivers. So I'm guessing that Pete Carroll saw that, was like, okay, this is our guy, and was like, okay, finalize the deal. The Broncos are getting Russell Wilson. But I think the Broncos cheated themselves. You're losing a very good tight end. Now, before they traded for Russell Wilson, I wanted them to get an offensive lineman with the 9th pick because they have a terrible offensive line. So now you basically have no picks to go and get a good offensive lineman. Now they do have a lot of cap space, but some of that is going to be given up to Russell Wilson, so they won't have as much anymore. They still can go out and get an offensive lineman, but still, you're not fixing it in the draft. You now do not have as many picks in the draft to go and get an offensive lineman or anything. To be honest, the Broncos still have a ton of needs. They're not going to fix it all this year. So they, in a way, cheated themselves. They gave up a tight end, a good edge rusher, and the thing is they need edge rushers. So they gave up a good edge rusher, and so that's where I'm like, was this a good trade for the Broncos? They gave up a lot to get him and a lot of role pieces. Now, Drew Lock, you can have Drew Lock. But my takeaway from this is, honestly, Seahawks. Malik Willis is going to Seattle. And the only other team that I can see him going to is the Commanders at 6. And then, so, you're a team that, Malik Willis, I think they're almost guaranteed. I think this was a Malik Willis move. I think they're starting over. He's exactly what the Seahawks want. Russell Wilson kind of has the Russell Wilson, a big cannon of an arm, mobile quarterback, and let's look up his real quick profile. Let's look up his height and weight. Malik Willis height and weight. I'm just looking that up. Malik Willis height and weight. Anyway, so good. So he's 6'1", so he is taller. That's a good fit. 225 pounds. So definitely taller, just a little bit bigger, cannon of an arm. He showed out. Ben V says the Seahawks are horrible at drafting, so I don't see them winning the trade when it's all said and done. Yeah, and that's another thing. I think this is a good move for the Broncos. A bunch of Broncos fans are excited for this move, and I think at the end of the day, it's a really, really, really good move. But did you really have to give up that much for a quarterback where he's 33? He just came off of an injury. I think that was obviously the setting price. That was the running price for a Russell Wilson type quarterback. But is it worth it? I have no idea down the long run. And the thing is let's talk about real quick. I'm going to transition. Let's talk about how freaking loaded the AFC is still going to be. The NFC is going to suck. 49ers, if they are not one of the top seeds next year, it's basically going to be 49ers, Rams, Packers, I guess will always be in there. But then who else do you really have that is a threat? No more Buccaneers, really, unless they get somebody good. So really, who is a threat in the NFC? And that's where I'm like, you've got the Cardinals, who I have no idea. I went on the Cone phone today and basically said, why the heck did they extend Cliff Kingsbury? That is probably the single most dumbest move you could ever do. So you have the Cardinals right now in shambles. I have no idea what they're doing. The Seahawks, who are clearly trying to rebuild, which they're still going to be a decent team because they have decent players, but Seahawks are still trying to rebuild. The 49ers play the NFC South. NFC South. The 49ers play the NFC South. They play the Falcons, the Saints, the Panthers, and the Buccaneers. All pretty easy teams, okay? So, and then they play the AFC West, which is not an easy division. But the thing is now you don't have Russell Wilson in the division anymore. I mean, this is going to be like with no competition in the NFC as much anymore. You're going to be like Trey Lance. This is a perfect time for Trey Lance to take over the starting job because you really do not have as much competition. Now, you look to the AFC, like some Broncos fans are like, hey, this is a lock. We are going to the Super Bowl. Like, I have, because I live in Colorado, a lot of Broncos fans. They're excited, and there is reason to be excited. But you still have Josh Allen. You still have Patrick Mahomes. You still have, in your even own division, you have Patrick Mahomes. You have Justin Herbert, Derek Carr. Like, you still have some very good teams. And I mean, the AFC is stacked. So, you know, if the 49ers don't make it to the NFC championship game, that would be a failure because I think, you know, it's wide open, even with Trey Lance and all the unexperience and everything like that. But the AFC is going to be hard. So don't count your chickens, Broncos fans, before they hatch, because I would watch what you guys say. And does this affect Jimmy Garoppolo's trade? You know, it's 6 days until legal tampering. I think the 49ers, at the end of the day, it doesn't really. But now this kind of had to happen for the 49ers to find out their market for him. So now they know what's happening to Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. So now there's really teams that were in contention but aren't anymore. You got the Carolina Panthers. You got the Washington Commanders. I almost said Redskins. Washington Commanders, Carolina Panthers, Steelers, potentially Saints. Really 4 teams, maybe Browns, that all could get him. The thing is how much are you willing to take? How much are you willing to give up to get Jimmy Garoppolo? But technically right now on the trading block, he is one of the most coveted quarterbacks on the trading block. Maybe not in free agency, but one of the most coveted quarterbacks on the trading block. I'm not saying teams are going to be desperate for him, but again, like it helps that those 2 guys are out of the way. Now teams can really focus on trading for Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, I don't know how much he's going to get. I really do not know if the 49ers are going to get much for him, but we should, and it's exciting because we should see something happen within the next 6 to 7 or maybe 10 days. So it's exciting. I don't know what to say because I think 49ers, they could cut him and it could really come down to that, but I see it very hard to believe. Send Jimmy to the Steelers for whatever they offer. Don't help any NFC team. Yes. That's the only thing. Like, if you sent him to the Panthers next year, for example, you'd have to play him the next year after. And I don't really care about that. But still, I mean, you know, and then Washington Commanders, I wouldn't be mad about. We don't have to play him next year. I wouldn't be mad about that. Honestly, I'm not looking at any NFC team this year and saying they're a threat. I mean, really, who do you think is a threat? I mean, nobody is a threat. I mean, except the Rams maybe. But like, the NFC is just not going to be good this year. And plus, I was missing somebody in the AFC. You got the Bengals still in the AFC. So it's not a cakewalk for the Broncos. They still have a lot of holes, whatever. I wish the best for them. But we do have to play the Broncos next year, so we'll have to face Russell Wilson at least once. But at least he's gone out of the NFC. I am so glad he is. But I don't know. I think Jimmy Garoppolo, this might raise his value just a little bit. Maybe do a 4th-round pick. But again, he just got surgery today. It was actually announced that he gets surgery today. So still, I mean, it's still going to be risky if you're a team. He might be able to throw, they say, by training camp. So that's rough. It's going to be rough for the 49ers. We may play them in the playoffs. Panthers or Commanders. Yeah. Or the Broncos. Well, I don't know. That would be exciting if it were a Broncos 49ers Super Bowl. I wouldn't mind it as well. So anyways, guys, that's what I got for you guys. I have to go and get ready for this track practice. But again, I'm going live, I believe, on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Mountain time. 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time on Cerebrus Sports Talk on Brandon McMahon's channel. So go check that out on Thursday. I'll be live there. I'll probably post it afterwards on my channel. But guys, thank you for watching. Just wanted to give you a little bit of breaking news. I honestly think, the winners of this trade, only time will tell. But I think this was a move by the Seahawks to get their next franchise quarterback, and it's what they want. They still have a lot of pieces. They're obviously rebuilding. But another thing before that is if the Seahawks were to sign somebody, let's say they just want this for this pick for let's just say they want it for any other reason, or for a cornerback or something, whatever, or an offensive lineman. I think any guy that they would sign, let's say they sign a veteran, any guy that they would sign, I think DK Metcalf would declare a trade. So I don't think they're doing this. I think they're generally doing this because they want a franchise quarterback for the next 10, 15 years. They're moving on from Russell Wilson so they can draft one. I don't think they're doing this because of anything else. I think it's solely for Malik Willis. So I really find it hard to believe. So anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you guys again on Thursday. Tune into Cerebrus Sports Talk. We'll see you guys again later. And hey, big things happening real quick. Mike Williams for the Chargers also signed an extension with the Chargers. So that means that receiver is off of the free agent block. So no more Mike Williams to go after, which is the 49ers might have potentially tried to go after him because he was a big receiver that could stretch the field. So some news happening. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, you got Russell Wilson, you got Mike Williams. So some stuff happening today, and it should start to heat up as the days go forward. So exciting day today, but I will see you guys again later. 49ers will have Trey Lance, perfect time to start is all I'm going to say. So see you guys later. We'll see you again soon, and peace.